Hello, the one and only Xylophony here, back with a bit of a guide on how to get oil and silica pearls in ARK Survival Evolved. Now, there's going to be some things that you need to prepare for. One thing, as you can see, spam at the top of my screen right now, is cold. So what you're going to want to do is, wear some warm clothing. If you don't have anything better than leather, go ahead with that. If you have, flak, that'll do as well. But next thing we're going to need is probably, of course you want a pickaxe, because that's how you're going to get the oil. And you also are going to want some Lazarus chowder. Now what is this? Well, this is a bit of a complex cooking recipe you can do in this game. Here it says it here, you need 3 servings of cooked meat, otherwise 9 cooked meat, 5 savor root, 5 long grass, so potatoes and corn, a handful of mejoberries, which is 10 mejoberries, and half a dollop of narcotic. So you need narcotics and water. Now you cook these in a cooking pot. So to make this chowder, we're going to go ahead over to our farm here and gather the stuff we need. So I believe we have savor roots right here. So there we go. We have long grass right here. And if you guys don't know how to farm, of course there was the guide I posted a little bit ago, and you can of course check that out. And I do believe I cooked up some meat here, plenty of meat. So once again we need 9, 5, and 5 of these resources. So we're going to go ahead and put these into the campfire. So we have the meat in there, the potatoes, the long grass. I'm going to go ahead and turn this fabricator off because it's getting a little noisy. There we go. All set. And we also need mejoberries, which I also have growing here, but of course berries are very easy to obtain. So we have them. And let's grab that many. Alright, so we're going to put this all into here. Now over time, once this cooks, it will give us the Lazarus chowder. So let's light that fire up. So we have all our materials. Let's put the water in there so we can get more than one of them. And we'll be back when we have this stuff made. As we see here, we have 2 Lazarus chowders and plenty more resources left. But you're not really going to need more than 2 of them, and they don't spoil until 5 hours later. So we're going to put out the fire now and wait until the morning. Alright, it appears we have some sunlight and we're ready to go. Now you don't need a full day of time to get this going, but it's good to have plenty of time because once you're under the water you can't really see that well at night. So let's go ahead and grab that chowder, and let's grab the rest of the food just so we have something to eat. And then there should just be one more thing that we need, which I believe I have here, which is some spare meat. Now this meat will be for my mount. The mount is of course an ichthyosaur. Ichthyosaurs are amazing for farming. Honestly, that's the whole secret of this, farming tutorial thing I got going on here. The, oil and pearls. It all becomes possible with an ichthyosaur. Now, of course, ichthyosaurs are rather easy to tame. You need about a stack of meat and, a spot where they'll hopefully stay still for a little bit. Then you can just hop on them, get a saddle going, which requires 10 uncooked metal, so it's not that bad. And I may have left our gate open. Ooh, I should close that. And then we just head out, so here's the ichthyosaur. Let's go ahead and put the meat on him so he doesn't get hungry. The reason we put meat directly on the ichthyosaur is because they don't really do a lot of hunting by themselves. So what we want to do is, really get it going so we don't need to, worry about food while we're going. So we got that. There we go. Let's head out to the open water. And we shouldn't have much to worry about once we get out there. Because if we do run into any dangers, this guy can outrun them. Let's go ahead and put our food on our hotbar. There we go. Now once again, the main thing we need is the pickaxe and the Lazarus chowder. So we are going to actually level this guy up real quick. Super stamina. More. Super speed. Because we want him to be nice and speedy. Alright, so we're going to eat the chowder. Now don't worry about double eating the chowder. If you have multiple, it actually just doesn't let you eat, one after the other. So you should be fine. So now we just eat the chowder, and this will make our air last for a very long time. So then you just dive down deep. Now the first thing we're going to look for is right here, the pearls. Now, doesn't seem like there's anything dangerous around here, so we're going to get off. We're going to have our guy follow us so we can have some quick evacuation if we ever need it. And then with the pearls, you just go up to him with your hand, and then just hit E, gather them just like berries. And the pearls are actually extremely easy to get. The only thing is you need to be very deep in the ocean to get them, so that's where the complication comes. But now we have the oil, which all we have to do is go up to this, hit it with a pickaxe, and then we will get some oil. Now that rock only gave us 1 oil. Normally they give us a little bit more, but we'll find a little bit of a better example here. So let's continue swimming around here. We have some more pearls, so it should be nice and easy just snatching up the pearls. Now pearls are used to make electronics in the fabricator, and you usually don't need a ton of them. So if you get yourself, a couple hundred pearls, you're set for a long time. So we're just going to gather all these up, and then we're going to go looking for some oil. When it comes down to the pearls, it's a lot of just rinse and repeat. You just keep going up to the pearls, gathering them, just like that. Now the oil, it can usually be found up a little bit higher. Now the thing about this is when you're up higher, you usually have to worry about a little bit more megalodons. When you're down lower, that's when you'll run into plesiosaurs. Now, as long as you're keeping yourself aware of your situation, your surroundings, you shouldn't have to worry about either of these, because your ichthyosaur should be able to outrun either of them, even without any points invested into speed. So, just to put it into perspective, an ichthyosaur, without using sprint, can keep up with a megalodon. It can go just as fast as a megalodon in the wild. So, you don't exactly need to worry about that. Here we have some more oil. Let's go grabbing that. Now the oil spawns on like the higher rocks sometimes, so it's easy to get it like that. But we do want to go down lower so we can get both oil and pearls at the same time. Oh, here we have a megalodon. So let's just buddy, you gonna come after me? I think there he goes. Look how slow he is in the wild. It's just silly. Alright, we're gonna try a little bit of a getaway strategy here. So we have that megalodon coming towards us. We're going to gather as many pearls as we can before that megalodon gets too close. I think we'll be able to get all of them. He's still swimming in. And then all we have to do is hop on our buddy and get out of here. Oh, this is going to cut it close. Oh, I messed up. Ah! Finn! Finn? Stop spinning around. Finn, you're making me look really silly right now. Oh, Finn. What are you even doing, man? That's, of course, the downside of having a dolphin follow you. They get into this weird spinny thing. So we're going to tell them to stop following us, and they just avoid battle. So I should have probably told them to help me, but we're just going to go after this megalodon and hopefully not die. Because Finn has abandoned us. Can't get good help these days. And a pike is usually a good idea to bring just in case you run into these situations. I didn't expect to run into this situation. But, that's just me being foolish, not playing safe. Luckily, we still have our chowder on us, so we shouldn't have any problems. Now we got some more meat, of course, as well. And we can check here. Just teeth. Teeth are needed for spawning certain things later in the game, but we really don't need more teeth right now. Megalodon teeth are one of the easiest things to come by. So let's find Finn, and we'll be right back. I'm just going to go ahead and say, during a battle, it's not a good idea to turn your ichthyosaur off of follow. I'm just running around hitting J, seeing if I can get a large radius to him, but I honestly have no idea where he went. My air is starting to deplete, though, so I'm going to have to swim up, and we'll see if we can find Finn in a second here. Luckily, I still have another chowder. Everything should be fine. But I'd like to find my ichthyosaur. And I'm almost at the surface, but my air is almost out. This just goes to show you how useful it is to have an ichthyosaur. In fact, I don't really think it's going to be that effective of me to swim down by myself to go get another one. So I'm actually going to swim back to land, grab another ichthyosaur, and then start looking for him like that. Also, if you want to know a trick to see underwater a little bit more clearly, if you get a little bit of an edge there, you can kind of see what it's like down there at the bottom of the screen. But we're going to get back to shore, get another ichthyosaur, and be right back with him. Actually, let's make things a little more interesting and show you what it's like to farm with a shark. Now, the sharks are a little bit slower. The megalodons don't have as much speed to them, but what they do have is the ability to fight. So these things, if you have one trained yourself, you should be able to take on any megalodon. Now, if you run into a group of megalodons and you have plenty of sprint, you should be able to get away from it. But yeah, it's very similar to the way you hunt with an ichthyosaur. or rather search for the pearls and oil with the ichthyosaur. It's just they do go a little bit slower. So we have some pearls there, but my stamina has run out. So I think we're going to go and grab those. There we go. Easy. Go back to our shark. And move along. So let's go see if we can find some... Oh, well, first here's some oil. And there's more pearls there. So of course just gather this stuff as much as you need. Looks like my my Lazarus chowder only has about a minute left on it, so as soon as that goes down we'll refresh it with the other chowder. And now we're also very hungry because as you can see it gets a little cold, so this is why we brought the extra food with us. Looks like it's just about time to eat that chowder, and there we go. And now our everything should be going rather well. So there's not much you can do against the cold except wear warmer clothes and try to stay warm, but bring plenty of food and you should be fine. And of course here's an example of what happens if a shark tries to come after you. Just wait till your stamina gets up and then go after him. Now thing is, you kind of want to just keep him in front of you, otherwise, you know, he'll be getting just as many hits as you are. So right here is a good enough position. We're both getting bites in on each other. We have another Megalodon coming in, and that was a level 2, so easy. I think we're both able to hit each other here. Yeah, it seems like I'm hitting him. There we go. Easy kills, plenty of meat for our Megalodon. And we can continue in our search for good stuff. It appears we have another thing that kind of obscures your vision underwater right now, which is fog and rain. More so just the rain right now, but the fog is even worse. I think we're going to head back with our resources now, tally them up. Unfortunately, my ichthyosaur seems to have gotten itself lost, but seeing the speed on those things, I'm not super concerned. Let's take a look on what we've gotten. We've gotten over 100 pearls and 74 oil. And this was just in a process of about like 20 minutes or less while searching for the ichthyosaur. So it's very easy to get if you have a some sort of sea creature to ride around on. Ichthyosaurs, it's especially faster. But, you know, things we've learned today. Do not play chicken with Megalodons. Do not turn your guy off of follow when you're being attacked by a Megalodon. And everything should be okay for you. But we're going to head back in here, put my shark away, and start processing these resources. So thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, I will answer them in the comments below. Leave a like, and I will see you next time. Saw that Meg died. I start suffocating again, of course. Very bad things. I'm going to try to bring these two sharks back a little further, because these guys kind of seem to get far out. I think, looking at the position of Meg, I think she might have just died from, you know, ending a fight above water.